So everyone, welcome to Power Play with CJ. Today I'm going to focus in on the Vancouver Canucks LA Kings series. Obviously the two met 2 years ago. Vancouver won in 6 games for losing to Chicago. Took different routes to get here. Obviously Vancouver won the President's Trophy, which if you saw how Roberto Luongo fell apart at the seams last year in the finals, you would not have seen that coming. But LA was one of the lowest scoring teams in the league. When you look at the players they added, Mike Richards, Gagne, and Jeff Carter, that doesn't figure either. But they're here, both of them. Brandon Carter at the deadline after he was wore out his welcome in Columbus after half a season, and Mike Richards is the preeminent two-way player in the game of hockey. Did not have a great year offensively with only 44 points in 74 games, but he's a threat. Every shift on the ice, he's going to hit. He's going to kill penalties. He's going to block shots. He can create offensively. Luongo's a head case, and Corey Schneider finished in the top 3 in both goals against and save percentage. So you kind of say to yourself, well, how short is a leash for Luongo? John Quick on the LA side, definitely Vezina Finals, should win it. My money's on him to win it, and he should. He's been outstanding all year. UMass Amherst can't root against him, but he can definitely change the course of a series. I think the biggest X factor is Mike Richards. I think if he can play to the level he's capable of, no way Vancouver wins this series. LA is an 8 seed, but they're a talented 8 seed. They should be talent-wise, if they could score like the forwards are capable of, Kopitar, Brown, all those guys, the top 2 or 3 teams in the West. Absolutely, no way in hell. They're not. I think it's why Murray's not there anymore. They brought in Sutter. I think it's gonna be LA in 5. Now, I don't mean to sound like a cop out on this. If you can beat Luongo once, you can beat him 5 times. He's a head case. I don't mean that to be disrespectful, but he is. Once you get in that guy's head, you can score a number of goals. Dustin Penner has been called a useless sack of shit before. He might be earning his pay this series because with his net front presence, his ability to screen goalies and tip tap and deflect pucks, that big body, a la Milan Lucic, a la Dustin Byfuglien in years past, might be what the Kings need. Although I think if Luongo plays to the level he's capable of, the fact that LA can't score, it'll be an easy win for Vancouver. And it's going to be an easy win either way. I think the first game's really pivotal because I think if LA can get 2 or 3 behind Luongo, which LA is scoring 2 or 3 goals is kind of a long shot anyway. The way they, like I said, they've been failing to score all year. Quick's going to take care of himself. Vancouver's going to have a hard time scoring, but Vancouver is a great offensive team. With I'm just looking at this going to myself, well, Daniel Sedin isn't back yet with a concussion. It's kind of an iffy situation anyway. So that kind of takes a little bit of the burden off LA's defense. If Drew Doughty plays up to the level he's capable of, if LA plays to the level they're capable of, they'll win going away. There's no way how they won't. But that's the thing, is will they play to the level they're capable of? They haven't all year. They've been inconsistent. They haven't put goals on the board on a night in, night out basis, and they've relied way too much on Jonathan Quick, and it's really not fair to Quick. The amount he's been called upon to bail them out, and he's won a lot of games for them. 15 times he's given up 2 or fewer goals and lost the game either regulation, overtime, or shootout. So think about that for a second. That's how much their offense has failed Quick. So if it shows up, they can definitely lay the smack down on Vancouver, and like I said, it's going to be LA I said LA in 5 if all things click. If all things aren't clicking, Vancouver in 6. I think LA will get 2 wins. I think Quick is good enough, but if the offense doesn't show up, there's no way in how they can win this series. They need scoring. They need Mike Richards to step up. They need Carter to step up. Carter's on the second line. He scored 46 goals in the season before. Kopitar needs to step up. Dustin Brown's been good since the trade rumors in February, so this is going to be a team effort. And when they made the deal to get Mike Richards, all the thing was Stanley Cup coming to Hollywood. If they want to make the Hollywood production of the Stanley Cup feel like Kings a reality, that's the start now. The team has to start playing together and send Vancouver home early. So that's it for this episode of the Power Play with CJ on the LA and Vancouver series. Stay tuned for more episodes throughout the playoffs. Later, guys.